Thanks for joining us here at Functional Bliss, where Audra and Jessica will guide you through exercises and wellness techniques to help you live your best life every day. It's in the name after all, Functional Bliss. Before you do anything else, click like and subscribe and ring the bell so you'll know whenever we put up a new video. To join our Blissful Gang for live Zoom classes where you can get more direct suggestions and encouragement, go to our website and sign up. Check the class description below for any equipment needs, grab your gear, and let's get started.
Good morning and welcome to our Tuesday weights class. All you'll need today is a little space to move just a tiny bit, not even a lot of space, a chair to sit in, and at least 2 weights. Now, if you only have one, you can modify to use just one, but it'll make things a little more complicated. So grab 2 if you've got them, and we'll get started. Starting with our normal warm-up, swinging our arms side to side, bringing a little motion through our body, checking in, seeing how everything's feeling. Two more to each side. And then moving into our big side bends. Nice and active, reaching long. Beautiful. And then coming back to center, moving into our forward reaches. Again, stretching out, reaching long, but keeping it nice and active. We're just waking everything up. And then bringing everything back into center. Windshield wiper those knees back and forth. If everything's feeling good, you might want to bring those knees out a little further. Windshield wiper a little more. And if it's still feeling good and you want a little more, try rolling all the way up onto the hip, really letting that knee drop down almost into a lunge position. Beautiful. One more to each side. And then bring it right back in. Kick the feet, pop the knees a little bit, and then ankles and wrists. Moving them around, waking them up, go the other direction. And then wiggle the fingers and toes. Now that we've checked in with everything, if you found any tight spots, any sore spots, make a mental note of those and set an intention for yourself to take care of your body today. Don't push it to the point of pain. We do not want pain, but we do want to get a good workout. So our first one is going to be a gorilla row into an upright. So from the chair, what that's going to look like is the weights are going to come all the way down as close as you can get them to the floor, and then pull up, right up to about your shoulder height, and then back down. If you're doing a standing version, nice deep squat, and then coming right up. 1 minute on the clock. Here we go. Tapping it all the way down to the floor if you can. If that's not in your reach, you just go as far as feels comfortable for your back where you're working, but no pain. Here is the legs out nice and wide for both seated and standing, so you have room to move those weights around. Halfway down already. You got it. Keep going. Almost there. 5 seconds to go. And time. All right. Up next, if you have a lighter weight, you're going to want to grab that. If you only have the heavier weights, you might even want to just go without weights for this one, at least to try it out. We're going to do a front raise and then open out into a T and then right back down. You're going to really work your shoulder. 1 minute on the clock. Here we go. Make sure you keep a soft bend in the elbows and sit up nice and tall. Beautiful. Making that nice T shape. Working lots of different parts of the shoulder here. Halfway done already. Looking good. You got it. And time. Beautiful. All right. We're going to set those weights down. And we're actually going to make sure we have a little clear space in front of us. If you're like me, you leave your weights everywhere. Double check they're out of the way. You're going to lean back and hold onto the sides of the chair. And we're going to just pull our knees one at a time, like we're doing a bicycle crunch. Really keeping our core nice and tight here. 1 minute. Here we go. Now, you can certainly tap your feet all the way down to the floor. And I would start out like that. But if you want a little extra work, hover those feet off the floor at the bottom so that you're keeping your legs tense the whole time. Also, the further you scoot forward in your seat, the more you lean back, the more work you're going to get. So it's up to you how you choose to adjust. Make it your own. You're over halfway there already. Looking good. 10 more seconds. You can do it. Working the core, working the hips, working the legs. And time. Whew. Wiggle out those knees. Give yourself a little break there. And then we're going to grab our weights again. 2 weights here. And we're going to do alternating bicep curl to overhead press to tricep extension. Boom, just like that. All right, here we go. 1 minute on the clock. 3 exercises in one. Working the whole arm here. And controlling the motion all the way in both directions. Curl, press, tricep, and then back down. Beautiful. "20 seconds to go. You look amazing. You got this." Almost there. And time. All right. For this last one, it's really going to work our hips. We're going to slide as far forward on our seat as we can. Again, making sure the space in front of us is clear. We're going to rack those weights right up above our shoulders. Now, you can rest them on your shoulders, or if you want to add a little work, you can hover them a couple inches up above your shoulders. And then you're just doing a hip opener from one side to the other. If you have a pillow or an extra weight, put that right there to make sure that you're lifting your foot up nice and high. 1 minute on the clock. Let's do it. Just tapping the toes to the ground. And again, either resting the weights or hovering them. A lot of work through the hips today. Beautiful. Halfway done. At any point you need to, plant that foot down, take a little short rest break, and then get right back to it. 15 seconds to go. Almost there. And time. Beautiful. All right, set those weights down just for a second. Shake those arms out. And then we're going to do the same hip opener on the other side, but this time we're going to do a bicep hold instead of a front rack. So we're going to work a little bit different part of our arms on this one. Get yourself in position. Put whatever you're stepping over, or just have that empty space there. And here we go. Nice. Now, just like with the front rack, you can control how much work your arms are doing by how you hold those weights. If you want to rest them against your body, you can pull them in nice and tight, even maybe lower them down, put a little extra weight on your leg. Or you can hold them out a little bit, and a little more work through your arms and your back. 10 seconds to go here. Done. Excellent work. All right, set those weights down, windshield wiper those knees, shake out those arms, and then grab some water. That is the end of our first set. We still have 2 sets to go. All right, bringing it back in, making sure your space is clear. Bring those knees out nice and wide. We're going back into that gorilla upright row. We're combining 2 kinds of rows here. It's going to be really good for our back and our shoulders. Here we go. Pulling them up, tapping them on the floor if you can reach. If not, as low as you can go. It doesn't matter to me. All that matters to me is that you are doing the work in a way that doesn't cause pain. So use your range of motion and make the workout work for you. Beautiful, 20 seconds to go. Trying to keep a flat back here. So if you can't reach the ground without curving your back, don't reach the ground. It's all good. Time. All right. Grabbing the weights that are right for you, moving into that front raise, into the lateral raise, which is that T motion. 1 minute on the clock. Here we go. Bringing them up, and then out, and then back in. Now I'm keeping my palms turned in, which helps me work the front of my shoulders. If you want to change the focus of the exercise, you can turn your palms down, which is going to work a little different part of your shoulders as you bring your arms out into that knee. It's always fun to experiment, at least I think it is. But I'm a big old nerd, so you do what feels right to you. Maybe try it both ways. Maybe just stick to that palms in, because that's what we are using to work both the front and the back of the shoulder. 10 seconds to go. You got this. And time. All right. Up next, making sure the space in front of us is clear, we're setting the weights to the side for a moment. Going into those bicycle crunches in the chair. 1 minute on the clock. Here we go. And again, tapping the foot down or not. Pulling in from the core though. Using the hand to stabilize on the side of the chair. If you want to up the work here, you can bring those hands up in front of you. Depends on how stable you're feeling in your chair. You're over halfway there. Looking good. You got this. And of course, at any time, set those feet down if you need a break. Beautiful. 5 seconds to go. Time. Nice work. All right, going into that alternating arm exercise, the bicep curl with the overhead press and the tricep extension, working all the parts of the arm here. 1 minute on the clock. Let's do it. Try to keep the elbow in as close to your head as you can on that tricep extension. And control the weight in both directions. Beautiful. Now you can add a little extra work through your legs by pressing down into your heels as you're doing this one. It'll also help keep your core nice and activated. 5 seconds to go. Time. Shake everything out. And then we're getting ready for that hip opener with the front rack. In case you don't know what a front rack means, it just means that you're holding the weights up in front of your shoulders rather than resting them back on your shoulders or in the back or front rack. All right, 1 minute. Here we go. Opening out nice and wide. Either resting the weights on your shoulders or hovering them up above. Beautiful. Make sure you're still breathing. No holding your breath. 20 seconds left to go. And again, set that foot all the way down on the floor anytime you need a little break. Time. Set the weights down, shake the arms out, windshield wiper the knees. And then get ready for the bicep hold and the hip opener on the other side. Here we go. Nice. Starting position for this is weights in nice and tight against your body, elbows tucked in. If you want to add a little more work, bring them out away from your body. Both the elbows and the waist. Or just one or the other, totally up to you. More than halfway done already. Still breathing. Still lifting that knee up as high as you can. Maybe a little higher now that you're warmed up, or it may not be quite as high if you're getting a little tired. That's okay. It's what works for you. All right. Set those weights down. Take out the arms, windshield wiper the knees. And then grab some water because that is the end of your second set. Still one set to go. All right. Take a nice deep breath. Let it all out. And get in position for our last set. Grab the weights for your gorilla row. 1 minute on the clock. And here we go. Now, I'm using the same weight for all 3 of my sets, but you can always go up or down to adjust based on where you are for this set. Your goal is to have a weight that feels doable and then starts to get challenging towards the last 10 seconds or so. So if it's light enough that you're like just zooming through the exercise, we want to go up in weight. If it's a struggle even from the beginning, probably time to go down in weight. If you only have 1 set of weights, just keep going. 10 seconds to go. Time. All right, moving into the front raise into the T. Maybe wiggle your shoulders out just a little bit. And then, here we go. Bringing it up and out, right back in. Beautiful. Pressing down into your heels. Sitting up nice and tall, lengthening your spine. And breathing. Those are our 3 major points here. You guys have the motion down. Now we just want to make sure we're getting our maximum benefit out of it. 15 more seconds. And time. Beautiful. Making sure the space in front of you is clear. Getting ready for those chair bicycles. Scooting forward to the edge, holding on, or bringing the hands up to you. 1 minute on the clock. Here we go. You can even start with your hands up and then transition to holding on. Up to you. Or go the other way. Start with holding on and then try it for maybe 10 seconds in the middle without holding on. That adds a lot of core work there, especially if you're hovering your back off of the chair. You can make it a little easier by leaning your back onto the chair. Again, up to you. You're more than halfway there already. $15 seconds to go. You got it. Take breaks whenever you need to. And listen to your body. Time. Whew, all right. Wiggle everything out. Take a nice deep breath. And then grab your weights for our arm exercise. 1 minute on the clock. And here we go. Curl, breath, tricep, and then back down. Beautiful. Sitting up nice and tall. Pressing your heels into the ground. And breathing. Seconds to go. If you feel like the weight is starting to drop too fast on that tricep extension, like you're not controlling it, that's a sign you should lower your weight a little bit or finish it out without any weight at all. If you're feeling nice and strong, you might want to up the weight next time. All right, again, give those arms a little shake and then get set up for the hip opener with the front rack. 1 minute on the clock. Here we go. Nice. Still sitting up nice and tall. Still breathing. It can be hard to maintain that posture while you're doing the hip opener. So just imagine that you are a beautiful flower stretching your petals up to the sky, searching for the sunshine, reaching up for that sunshine for roughly 15 more seconds. You got this. Almost there. Time. Set the weights down, take everything out. And then our last one, that bicep hold with the opener on the other side. 1 minute on the clock. There we go. Same key points here. Nice, tall, straight spine. Reaching your petals up to the sunshine. Still breathing. Lifting that knee up nice and high if you can. As high as you can get it anyway. 20 seconds to go. Definitely feeling the burn through my hips here. And time. All right, that is the end of our third set. Go ahead and set those weights to the side, grab a little more water. All we have left is our final stretch. All right, bringing it back into center. Starting with your knees or hands resting on your knees. Take a nice deep breath. Nice loud sigh, letting it all out. And then on your next big inhale, punch your shoulders up by your ears. And then big exhale and sink down. And then do that one more time. Punch them all the way up. And then relax them all the way down. And then we're going to inhale our arms all the way up overhead. And then fold forward. Relaxing just for a moment here. Maybe letting your hands reach all the way to the floor. Maybe not, depends on what's comfortable for you. And then pulling everything in. Pull up nice and slow. Settle those shoulders down and back one more time. And then we're going to hold on to one side of the chair, reaching our arm up overhead, using that one side as a stabilizer. We're going to do a nice big side bend. Take one more breath here. And then we're going to turn so that we can look as much up towards the ceiling as we can. Still in that side bend position, just opening our heart, opening our chest a little bit more. Might change the way you feel that side bend as well. One more breath. And then rotating again, this time rotating down so that your chest is facing towards the floor. And this one might feel a little more like a stretch through your back. Reaching long towards the wall. And then relax everything down and come back to center. Switching sides. Grab the chair on the other side, big side bend up and over. Just starting with facing forward. And then from here, turning, looking up towards the ceiling, trying to open your chest just a little. One more breath here. And then switching over, rotating center, facing towards the floor, reaching long to the opposite wall. Stretching across your back body. And then relax everything down and come back to center. From here, we're going to take one arm, bring it across our body for a nice shoulder stretch. Maybe look out over that hand. And then just make little circles with our nose going in one direction. And then the other direction. And then bringing everything back to center and release and go to the other side. If it feels good, looking out over that hand and maybe adding those little circles with our nose. And then going the other direction. And then bringing everything back to center and release. Put one leg out in front of you, taking the same side hand, reach down towards those toes, maybe pass the toes towards the floor, maybe to the ankle or the shin. It just totally depends on what's in your reach. And then release, we'll come all the way up, take that same leg, it up into a figure four position. Sit up nice and tall, again, looking for the sun. And then with that nice long spine, just a little lean forward until you feel a good stretch, maybe through your hip, maybe through the back of your leg, maybe your low back. Take a nice deep breath here. Let it all out. And then on your next inhale, sit up nice and tall again. And we're going to switch to the other leg. Putting that leg out in front of you. Reach for those toes or whatever. One more moment here. And then coming back up, take that same leg, bring it right across the other, reaching up nice and tall, and then a little lean forward just until you feel a good stretch. Take a deep breath in, And then on your next inhale, come all the way up. Plant that foot back on the floor. And then for our last one, we're going to bring our knees nice and wide, arms up overhead. And one more reach down towards the floor. And just let everything hang and soften for a moment. Without falling off your chair, of course. One more moment. Really stretching through those hips. And then rolling back up. And you are all done. Thank you so much for coming out to play today. I will see you on Thursday.